1965 November, I'm 19 and a half. I'm in Patches. I'm on B wing in Liverpool. That was the wing for all the northern YPs, young prisoners, kids under 21. I'm 19 and a half. I'm doing the most on the wing. And I don't get any association. I don't get to watch the television or go to the gym or anything. I'm banged up. I go to work, stripping cable, come back overnight, banged up. That's what we did. And there's a cat. Now, you must remember then, I'm as big then as what I am now. 19, starving. Little half-caste midgets from all over the place. Every man, it's one ration, one man. No different. And you occasionally get an odd screw that'll, is a bit out, it'll give you a bit extra. But the vast majority would smirk and give a man's ration to the cat. A big black cat at the end of the hot place. And I'd been talking to the 3 kids I work with, Ernie Lees, Ernie Slaymaker and Chris Flanagan. I said, I'm going to kill that cat. And I'd been on about it for months. And Ernie Slaymaker said to me this day, he said, listen, I'm sick of you talking about going to kill this cat. Either do it or shut up. This was in the morning. Over dinner time when I've gone to work, I've put the News of the World in my shirt. Because we're in Patches, we're taken out the shop before anybody else across the yard, through A-wing, and there it is, this cat on the centre. And as you walk through the door, it must have been a reincarnated security PO or something. As you come through and watch and count the numbers. You used to look at it just like a miserable, horrible, stinking schneid screw. And this particular night I've got it with a scruff of the neck, I've rammed it up my jumper and I've held it close to me and it's ripped right into the News of the World. I got to about page 29, I think, before it got tired. Into the cell, and it's there. Drops on the floor and it looks up. Do you realise what you're doing, you? You realise this is assault? I could see it all in the cat's face. I thought, yes. And that night, it's fish for tea. This will be, we used to get fish every Friday, so it may have been a Friday. We used to get fish until the Pope said, oh, look, I know you haven't been able to eat meat for hundreds of years, but it's all right now. But in them days, I hadn't said it then, so it's fish, it's Friday. Come up the stairs and it's there. And I've given it a bit of fish and I've laid out the News of the World. Well, I've had up my jump, I've laid it out. I've got my big tin knife, it's all sharpened up. I've got my spoon and I've got my shoe. Come on, cat. I'm trying to bribe me. And as it's come, I've gone bonk right between the ears with a spoon. And it's collapsed, the cat. It's on its side. Well, I've skinned rabbits when I was a kid. He laid out its legs. Knife on the first joint, bang with my shoe, and the legs come off, and the cat forgot to cut it, so it's not dead. And it set off round the cell about 500 mile an hour, making a noise like Radio 1. It was going around. Anyway, I caught up with it, clunked it on the head again, and I've cut its throat, and I've got it over my bucket, just as the screw opens the door. He said, what are you doing, Sykes? I said, I'm skinning this cat. I said, well, I'm cutting its throat at the minute and getting all the blood out of it. I'm going to skin it. He went, oh, and shut the door. So now I've skinned it at the slop out. I've slung it down the sluice, and it's too big to go down the hole. So I took it out and slung it in the dustbin. The following morning, I'm placed on report, and the screw said in his evidence, time, date and place stated, I was on duty in charge of B-wing cleaners when an inmate reported the dead body of a skinned cat. Knowing Sykes was in possession of a cat's pelt, I placed him on report. And Sanderson was the governor then, finished up a commissioner at Midland somewhere. What have you got to say to that, Sykes? I said, well, there's 21 rules in the rule book. Well, there was then, there's a few more now. 21 rules in the rule book, Governor. I said, and there's not a mention of skinny cats there in the rule book. And he gave me a caution and told me not to let it happen again. That's true, that. November 65.